Okay, so let's look at the assignment together. There was one who asked about how we can apply the envelope properties and thermal comfort properties, and maybe this one you should know about it. So for this assignment, I thought I talked about it, but so for PMV analysis, there is an input for clothing and metabolism rate. So for the clothing, let's look at here. So by default is 0.7. And one clo is 3-piece suit, 0.5 clo, shirts and t-shirts. So when you look at the assignment, this has 0.7, so it's okay for with the default value. And this one is also saying the default is 1/1 MET, so this one should be good as it is. So these are something you don't need to change anything from the PMV comfort components, but in the future, if you need to change the clothing level and metabolism rate, here is how you can do that. If you go to Ladybug, there is clothing list. So if you click something and then look at the value, how so first one 0.04, second one 0.02. So it corresponds to what has been selected. Maybe you can do mass addition. So that if we do that, the result should show what is the sum of all the values that are selected. So then you can plug this one into clothing. So this is how you can do the change for the clothing level. And I think for metabolism rate, there should be something like activity max list. So seating, So seating is the default, I guess. Let's check the value inside. Okay, 1, but by default it was 1.1. Typing is 1.1, driving a little bit more, walking 4 miles per hour means 3.8 metabolism rate. So this is how you can look at the metabolism rate for certain activities and then plug that into the PMV analysis tool. So this is it. And I also did mention about how we can put the envelope thermal properties. So I think I should have covered that in our lecture. I already covered it in our next lecture. So R value 12 and R value 12, 20 for roof and floor, and this for windows. So how you do the material change is so these are what I have selected. So the wall, I selected all the walls and brought into this bureau. And this is from the regular honeybee. There is honeybee face, and I named it whatever you want. And the type is something had been already made wall, roof, ceiling, floor, air boundary. So this is what you need to pick the right one. And so for this one, text for the boundary condition of the face, the boundary condition is always used to assign default materials and constructions as well as blah, blah, blah. So we can choose whether the material, the construction is exposed to the outdoor space or is attached to the ground or adiabatic. Adiabatic means there is no heat exchange through that wall. So if you think about an apartment, there are multiple rooms and we want to check only one unit that can represent the other units, then we just put all the walls that is like shared by other apartment units, because like we assume the temperature across the units must be very similar. So that's the option. How you add the construction material and put the R value is here. So for this one, let's look at here. The construction adds late optional text for the faces energy construction to be looked up in the construction library. This is a opaque material since the wall you cannot see through. So I think I found this one from Honeybee Energy Constructions and opaque construction. So this is the construction, and this one is the material that was used for that construction. I mean, there could be multiple materials, but for the building envelope, I will cover that in the next lecture. So what I said here is R value 12 for the walls. So I made this input for the R value. So plug it into here and here and here. So this is how you put the materials properties. And I think you can find how you do that for the windows. That is very similar. You may choose less materials instead and stuff. So this is a short tutorial to answer your question. And always feel free to email me if you get any questions while you are doing your assignment. Okay, thank you. Bye.